Have you ever wondered why something that once brought comfort, release, or even joy now feels rushed, disconnected, maybe even leaves you feeling emptier than before? As we age, our bodies, emotions, and needs evolve. But for many men over 60, personal habits, especially those related to self-pleasure, often don't change with the times. Masturbation is a natural, healthy part of human sexuality. But when practiced without awareness or adaptation, it can do more harm than good. This isn't about shame. It's about knowledge, growth, and learning to support your body as it changes. Top physicians and men's health experts are now sounding the alarm. 7 common mistakes, often overlooked, could be quietly affecting your sleep, prostate health, emotional balance, and overall sense of well-being. These habits, stuck in outdated routines from your younger years, may no longer serve you. So today, let's talk about it. Openly, respectfully, and with care. The goal is to help you reconnect with this deeply personal part of your life in a healthier, more mindful way. Before we get started, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future tips designed to support your health and vitality. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. Mistake 1. Believing in the semen retention myth. One of the most misleading beliefs that many older men fall into is the idea that holding back from ejaculation, sometimes for weeks or even months, will give them more energy, mental clarity, or increased testosterone. This notion, often spread by internet myths or outdated traditions, can sound appealing, especially to men who are trying to reclaim youthfulness. But science tells a very different story. Your body was designed for natural, healthy release. Ejaculation is not only a normal part of male physiology, it's also a key part of overall well-being, especially after the age of 60. Holding back for too long can actually lead to negative physical and emotional symptoms. These include pelvic congestion, irritability, restlessness, poor sleep, and even an increased risk of prostate complications. Instead of giving you more vitality, excessive semen retention can create discomfort and emotional imbalance. Doctors and men's health specialists now emphasize that moderate intentional ejaculation can help reduce stress, support prostate health, and regulate hormones. It doesn't mean you need to follow a schedule or count days. It simply means listening to your body. Self-pleasure, when done mindfully, isn't about loss of energy. In fact, it can be rejuvenating, helping men feel more grounded, emotionally connected, and even more confident in their sexuality. Letting go of the semen retention myth isn't about giving in. It's about tuning in. Tuning in to what your body actually needs and responding with respect and care, not unrealistic expectations or pressure to perform. At this stage in life, pleasure should be about connection, not control. But there's another habit just as common and just as damaging that many older men carry with them for decades without even noticing. It's something so automatic, it could be silently dulling your ability to feel real pleasure. Let's take a closer look. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now, let's move on to point number 2. Mistake 2. Using the same grip and technique every time. For many older men, the way they masturbate hasn't changed since their younger years. The same hand, the same pressure, the same repetitive motion, often done out of habit, familiarity, or the belief that if it works, why change it? But over time, this exact predictability can quietly work against your body, reducing sensitivity and limiting the potential for deeper, more satisfying pleasure. What once felt good can slowly become numb, disconnected, or frustrating. The male nervous system is highly adaptable. When you stimulate it the same way over and over, your body learns to only respond to that specific sensation. This is called sensory conditioning. As a result, you may find it harder to climax, less responsive to partner intimacy, or even mentally checked out during the experience. The pleasure you once felt becomes dull, routine, and far less satisfying. Not because your body has failed you, but because it's craving variety. Switching things up doesn't mean abandoning what you know. It means expanding your experience. Try changing hands, adjusting the angle, easing up or increasing the pressure, or experimenting with slower or circular motions. Even small shifts in technique can reignite sensation and awaken dormant nerve responses. For some, adding a safe personal massager or textured sleeve designed for mature men can also help increase stimulation in a gentle, effect way. Think of your pleasure like a muscle. It responds best when challenged with new movements, not the same repetition. The goal isn't just to climax, but to stay engaged, curious, and connected to your body as it changes with age. But even with new techniques, there's another mistake that could be quietly stealing your satisfaction. And it's something nearly every man has done without even thinking. In fact, you may be doing it right now without realizing the cost. Mistake 3, rushing through the experience. In younger years, many men learn to rush through masturbation out of necessity, limited privacy, youthful urges, or fear of being interrupted. That hurried approach often becomes an automatic habit, one carried into older age without question. But as your body changes, so should your relationship with pleasure. Rushing through self-pleasure turns what could be a moment of connection into a mechanical task, focused solely on release. And that's where the deeper harm begins. When you rush, your body doesn't have the time it needs to build arousal naturally. Your mind doesn't stay engaged. Instead of being present with each sensation, you're racing toward a finish line, often barely aware of the journey. Over time, this can dull your sensitivity, reduce emotional satisfaction, and leave you feeling underwhelmed or disconnected afterward. You might even start to believe that your body is failing you, when in reality it's craving your attention, not your speed. Slowing down is a powerful act of self-respect. When you take your time, you allow your nervous system to fully activate, your arousal to build gradually, and your mind to settle into the moment. Deep breathing, intentional touch, and mindful pacing can transform even a simple experience into something deeply nourishing. It's not about taking longer just for the sake of it. It's about feeling more fully alive in your body, more grounded, and more emotionally connected. Pleasure after 60 isn't something to rush through, it's something to savor. Every moment you give to yourself in presence becomes a chance to reconnect, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually as well. But even the best pacing won't bring lasting satisfaction if you're only focusing on one small part of your body. There's a deeper world of sensation waiting. If you're willing to go beyond the obvious, if you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's keep going with point number 4. Mistake 4, ignoring the rest of your body. One of the most overlooked mistakes men make, especially in their later years, is focusing solely on the genitals during self-pleasure. It's a pattern learned early, where pleasure is narrowly centered on a single part of the body, while the rest is forgotten. But as we age, this limited approach can cause us to miss out on the full spectrum of sensation and emotional connection that our bodies are still capable of offering. You're not just a set of parts, you're a complex system of nerves, feelings, and energy that all deserve attention. When you ignore areas like your inner thighs, lower abdomen, chest, neck, or the perineum, the sensitive area between the scrotum and anus, you deny yourself the depth of experience your body is wired for. These zones contain nerve endings that when engaged can enhance arousal, improve circulation, and bring a sense of wholeness to your pleasure. Gentle touch, light massage, or even simply placing a warm hand on these regions can open new doors to feeling, awareness, and satisfaction. This isn't about trying to reinvent yourself. It's about rediscovering parts of you that have been neglected. By engaging more of your body, you allow your nervous system to light up in ways that go beyond habit. You create an experience that feels more complete, more intimate, and more emotionally grounded. And the best part, these techniques require no special tools, just curiosity and care. Learning to involve your whole body brings vitality back into your personal time and reminds you that your capacity for pleasure doesn't fade with age, it evolves. But even if you're ready to explore more of your body, there's another small oversight that could be holding you back from real comfort and deeper pleasure. And most men don't even realize they're skipping it. Mistake 5, avoiding lubrication. As men age, one of the most common and easily overlooked changes in the body is reduced skin moisture and sensitivity. Yet, despite these natural shifts, many older men continue to masturbate without using any lubrication, often out of habit or a belief that they don't need it. What they may not realize is that avoiding lubrication can quietly chip away at their comfort, sensitivity, and overall experience. Without lubrication, friction increases, and over time, that friction can cause irritation, micro tears in the skin, and even long-term desensitization. What once felt good can become uncomfortable or worse, completely unsatisfying. Using a good quality lubricant changes everything. It enhances sensation by reducing unnecessary resistance. It allows you to move more easily, especially if you have arthritis or stiffness in your hands. It can even help stimulate nerve endings that may have grown less responsive over time. More importantly, it makes the entire experience feel smoother, gentler, and more enjoyable. Think of it like putting on reading glasses when your vision fades. It's not a sign of weakness. It's an intelligent, practical choice that supports the body you have now. Lubrication isn't just for those who struggle. It's for anyone who wants to increase comfort, extend duration, and heighten sensitivity. Whether you're exploring self-pleasure slowly or using a personal massager, adding a little lube can dramatically improve your connection to your body. It turns a routine moment into something richer, more tender, and more satisfying. But even with all the right tools in place, there's something far deeper that still holds many men back from fully enjoying themselves. It doesn't come from the body. It comes from the mind. And unless it's addressed, it can silently sabotage even the most mindful effort. Mistake 6, feeling shame or guilt about the act. For many older men, the emotional weight they carry around masturbation has been there for decades. It often began in childhood or early adulthood, shaped by strict religious teachings, societal tabas, or family expectations. Even though times have changed and science now clearly supports the health benefits of self-pleasure, those old feelings of guilt and shame can still linger, quietly influencing behavior, creating inner tension, and even dampening the experience entirely. You may tell yourself it's normal and healthy, but still feel the need to hide it, rush through it, or pretend it doesn't matter. This emotional disconnection robs you of the opportunity to fully embrace your body, your needs, and your right to feel good. The truth is, there is nothing shameful about taking time for yourself. In fact, studies show that men over 60 who practice healthy self-pleasure experience better sleep, improved mood, lower stress, and even stronger immune function. When done mindfully, masturbation can be more than physical. It can be emotionally grounding and deeply affirming. It's a private moment where you listen to your body, respect your desires, and connect with your sense of vitality. Letting go of shame doesn't mean becoming careless. It means becoming more honest with yourself. Ask where those old beliefs came from. Were they rooted in truth or in fear? Did they help you live better or simply keep you quiet? You deserve peace, comfort, and dignity in your relationship with your own body. Reframing masturbation as self-care rather than indulgence opens the door to emotional healing and stronger self-confidence. But even if your mindset is clear, there's still one more mistake many older men make, often without even realizing it. And this final habit could be the missing piece between routine satisfaction and truly powerful lasting pleasure. Mistake 7. Ignoring tools and enhancements designed for older men. As the body ages, changes in sensitivity, grip strength, dexterity, and stamina are completely natural. Yet, many older men continue to approach self-pleasure the same way they did decades ago without realizing that their needs have evolved. The truth is, just as we adapt other areas of life with age, switching to reading glasses, orthopedic shoes, or ergonomic chairs, it makes perfect sense to also adapt how we approach pleasure. Ignoring tools designed specifically for mature men isn't a show of strength. It's a missed opportunity for comfort, connection, and rediscovery. Today, there are a wide range of safe, well-designed devices created with aging bodies in mind. From soft, skin-safe sleeves that mimic natural sensation, to hands-free massagers and ergonomic aids that reduce physical strain, these tools are meant to support, not replace your touch. They help overcome limitations that can come with arthritis, fatigue, or reduced nerve responsiveness, allowing you to enjoy longer, more satisfying sessions without discomfort or frustration. For many men, introducing these tools leads to stronger sensations, easier motion, and a renewed sense of confidence in their sexuality. Using these enhancements is not about being dependent on something. It's about being smart and proactive. Just like you wouldn't hesitate to adjust your diet or exercise routine as you age, your approach to intimacy deserves the same care. Embracing tools is an act of self-respect, not weakness. And for some men, they open the door to sensations they hadn't felt in years. But physical tools are only part of the equation. What truly elevates your experience and your well-being is the mindset you bring into it. And when that mindset shifts, everything else begins to change in ways you might not expect. Reframing the mindset. It's time to evolve, not retreat. At this stage of life, one of the most powerful changes you can make is not in your technique, routine, or tools, but in your mindset. Too many men over 60 still view masturbation through the lens of youth, a quick release, a secret habit, or something to be done out of need rather than desire. But the truth is, your relationship with your body, your pleasure, and your identity has shifted. And instead of retreating from that shift, it's time to evolve with it. This chapter of life is not a closing door. It's an invitation to connect with yourself in a deeper, more intentional way. Self-pleasure is no longer just about physical satisfaction. It's about emotional balance, self-awareness, and honoring the man you've become. When you release outdated beliefs about what sex and self-touch are supposed to look like, you create space for something far more meaningful. You begin to see it as care, not performance, as exploration, not routine. Reframing masturbation as an act of self-respect rather than a leftover habit opens up an entirely new experience. It's a chance to appreciate your body in its current form, to accept the changes that come with age, and to find joy in slow, present, intentional moments. When you shift your mindset from shame to curiosity, from habit to healing, you allow yourself to thrive sexually, emotionally, and spiritually. This isn't about chasing the past. It's about meeting yourself right where you are with grace, wisdom, and compassion. And when you do, the rewards go far beyond pleasure. They touch every area of your well-being and remind you that even now, perhaps especially now, you are fully deserving of connection, care, and confidence. Conclusion: rediscovering yourself through a new kind of intimacy. Reaching your 60s and beyond isn't the end of your intimate life. It's a turning point. It's a moment to pause, reflect, and ask yourself what you truly want from your relationship with your body. Over the years, you may have internalized beliefs that no longer serve you. Maybe you've rushed through experiences without presence. Maybe you felt disconnected, stuck in habits that once worked but no longer feel satisfying. I've been there too, wondering if it's just part of aging or if something deeper could still be reclaimed. What I've learned, and what many men are now realizing, is that the physical act of masturbation can be so much more than release. It can be healing, it can be a form of care, it can be a quiet space to reconnect with who you are now. Not who you were at 30, but the wiser, more grounded man you are today. Every mistake we've covered, from believing in harmful myths, using the same grip, rushing, ignoring the body, avoiding lubrication, carrying shame, or resisting new tools. They're not failures, they're invitations. Each one is a chance to evolve, to shift your mindset, and to embrace a more mindful, compassionate approach to pleasure. You're not too old, you're not broken. And you're certainly not done discovering what it means to feel good in your own skin. The greatest satisfaction doesn't come from returning to the past. It comes from learning to meet yourself here in this moment fully and without apology. So, if this message resonates with you, take it to heart. Start fresh. Let this be a beginning, not an ending. You deserve it. You've earned it. And the best part is the most fulfilling chapter might just be the one you write for yourself. Now, these lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.